Ryan had a 7-point lead coming out of Moreno, but that's since been reduced to 3 points because there's the incident reports, which we'll get into in a second there. But yeah, now William is only 3 points out of this thing, with a whole THR contingent helping him to perhaps seal this championship moving forward, Keith.
Definitely, and I mean, if you look at what THR is doing here, they're really working as a team together. And I mean, you can't say that Ryan and Florian are not. It's just the THR really is putting in a solid effort here with their team championship, and they're working as a team, working as one. And you can see that by the team championship with the lead of THR over TPS Racing by 35 points at this point in time. So I mean, we still got a lot of racing to go, and this place will definitely prove some excitement. Do you think Chris Butcher has a chance at this team at the driver's title?
Now, I mean, Chris was on the podcast this week, and speaking of which, the podcast has just been released, so you guys can check it out on the TPS YouTube page. But I asked Chris about that, and he said he doesn't think he's got too good of a chance at the Drivers' Championship, but at the same time, he is still sitting there in third with, I mean, he can capitalize on a mistake here. So I'm not ready to count Chris out, especially if he can somehow pull off a double win today. I know he's been very fast through Calder Park, so no, I think he still has a chance to win it, Keith.
All right, man. I'm actually with you because he's got the speed. He's shown it all season. It's just he needs a little bit of luck going forward from here. But we'll go back and have a quick look. We're not doing the highlight videos this week. We've been very busy with TPS, and we'll just do a quick run through though of what went on in the previous race. It was basically a THR 1-2-3 qualifying at the last round. And what ended up happening is you've got Ryan Callen surrounded by THR drivers, and it proved to be extremely exciting racing, but it also ended up resulting in quite a few penalties. On track through the race, William Levesque ended up coming away with the win, as you can see here by the results that were posted up here. Callen was second, Butcher was third, Toby Davis was fourth. Now those little notes on the blue there are penalties. Points penalties. Now, Danny, you can maybe elaborate on what William, Ryan, and Chris had received.
Yeah, I mean, all these guys received penalties. Chris actually got away. That was his first penalty of the season, so he's in good position moving forward. The problem is that Ryan and William Levesque, they are on their second penalty, and once that happens, they are put on a probation, so to speak, whereas if they have another incident on track for aggressive driving, they're out the league. So that's a very big dynamic that's been pulled into play here, Keith, because if those guys potentially come together with one another, Chris Butcher is going to be the only guy left in this championship with a shot to win it then. So, I mean, it's a huge story.
And you know what the thing is that no one plays favorites here. Ryan Callen, a TPS admin, on his final warning, as well as myself in ATCC. I'm on my final warning, so maybe there's a pattern. We just don't know how to drive here at TPS, the admins or something. But Ryan received a fairly harsh penalty with receiving 8 points, for 4 points from 2 separate incidents. And that was really big in this championship battle because, as you can see, if you go back here, 8 points would put him into the 200-point mark. He'd be at 206 points, which would give him an 11-point lead over Levesque, which is huge, headed into a race where he's not feeling the most confident, especially with the speed that these THR guys are showing at the moment. So that was race 1. Race 2 was a little different. It ended up being a THR 1-2 in qualifying, TPS 1-2, 3-4 behind them. So it was looking to be a fairly a little more of an interesting race, battling between teams, but in the end it ended up THR 1-2 with TPS 3 and 4. This race was fairly close, a little bit of battling, but as you can see, it's all green down this side here, so there was no penalties, just a warning handed out to Lukasz Demelin, and Florian Strauss picking his pace up in the second race. But Levesque, I mean, comes through, takes another double win in the last event, and it seems to be the way he does it. He either double wins or he doesn't, you know?
Yeah, I mean, Keith, it's been absolutely up and down season for the guy, but just a quick note, some of the viewers are complaining that they're only getting audio and no picture. So I'm thinking maybe it's because we haven't actually cut to the race yet, or maybe they're not seeing the championship standings we have up there. I mean,
they are seeing. Let me have a look here. I'm actually seeing video myself. So they may want to refresh their browser. I'm just actually looking here myself, clicking on it. Everything seems okay over here. I'm seeing video and got audio, so I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, some guys are just reporting trouble. Not everybody, but hopefully we'll get this sorted out before we get to live action here. But just another thing I want to point out with this incident report here, Keith.
Yes.
And that's that William Levite, even though he received a 4-point penalty, THR have approached the administration about the penalty, and they are challenging it, trying to get that thing revoked, which, if that happens, it would make Levite the effective leader of the championship by 1 point. Because obviously each penalty is a 4-point deduction from your overall standings. And with William only down by 3 points, having 4 points added to his tally is going to put him in the lead.
Yes, it definitely. And I mean, it's, penalties are a tough thing to swallow at any time, but they are part of racing, and the administration, the Demolins, are very fair all across the board, and you can see it. I mean, there's no favoritism here. I mean, they've even received penalties. So it's a very difficult thing to hand out penalties, but it has to be a consistent thing with contact from race to race. And these guys got to just settle down a little bit, because you know what? Both Levesque and Callan are sitting on the fence right now, where they could, if they tip over that fence, they're done. It's over. Season's over. And that's not how you want to end a season. That's not how you want to end such a prolific run here by the two of these drivers,
Yeah, and I know Toby, I think, also had a bit of trouble with this in WTM, where he had to, watch himself at the closing stages of the championship. But I mean, I have a hard time thinking that the Demlin boys are going to boot either Ryan or Levite. But if at the same time, if they do something that's absolutely outrageous, then they have no choice but to do it. So it's definitely something to keep an eye on for these final 4 races here, Keith.
Definitely, and I mean, these guys are racers. They know what they're doing. As we're quickly just looking through here, we've got, just as you can see, we got a big field here today, guys. We got 31 drivers on track today, so it's one of our biggest events for the Clios this season. And at Calder Park, it is definitely a very tight track. We'll hop on board with who do we got on track here, Jesper, and you're going to see what you're seeing here, folks, is what you're going to see in all through qualifying. These guys have figured out that you cannot warm the tires up on such a short track, and these cars there's such time to be gained in the.
You better watch himself there.
Oh man!
Yes,
I told these guys ahead of time. I know they want to heat their tires up. They can't be doing this. They cannot do that. If you're going to be warming your tires up, it has to be done in a safe way.
Yeah, I mean, that's been the whole issue the whole season with these Clios, is getting the tires up to temperature. We saw Toby do have some odd behavior last one at Verano, just trying to get some heat in the tires. And now we see another THR guy, Jasper, having a little trouble. But 2 new guys, I mean, we just saw him, Jasper Tallberg, go out on the track. But Tallberg, he is new to Clio Euro Series this season, was a championship contender last season, but decided to sit out for the most part this season. And joining him in his little THR sect, I guess, in THR Blue, is Alexander Lauritsen, of course, the ATCC frontrunner. He is down, though, way down in order, in 26 so far on the timesheets through practice, so not his usual form, Keith.
No, definitely, and I mean, I don't think he's practiced quite as much as he would have liked to. But one thing we'll do is, like, Lauritsen has incredible pace. I think he'll be able to race here, and if he races in the final 2 events, I think he'll pick his pace up. But we're just going to ride along with Ryan here as he comes through. I just want to quickly give the viewers a quick view as to what these drivers are seeing out here on the racetrack for this event. So I think he should be good. He's starting his hot lap. So you've got a long front straightaway here that heads into a very tight right-hander. It's a 180-degree corner it's all braking, and this is where you're going to see the majority of the passing as he comes up into this corner using all the track to the outside he can. It's a double apex corner that you need to time just right to get your run on the exit. As you come out of here, you're going to be headed into a right-left that's fairly slow compared to the next few corners. Trying to get close to those tires without hitting them, because you will go over. Use the curb, get right out wide. Now you're going to come up over the crest, carry a fair bit of speed. Now this is another passing zone. If you get a good run through here in the draft and use those curbs properly, you should be able to go down the inside into this next right-hander, because this is a fairly slow corner and there's a lot of room to the inside. But it's again another right-left, and then you head off up underneath the bridge here into the right-hander, which sends you back down the start-finish line straightaway. It's a very short course. Seems very simple, but with so many drivers out there, it's going to be difficult to find that 2/10 that's needed to be the front runner. And right now, Talbrook has set a time that no one is close to. I mean, no one's even gone that fast all week.
Yeah, Talbot's at a 106.7, and now going into today, the best we were hoping for is maybe at 106.8, okay, and that was like the fastest reported time we've heard about all week. And then Talbot comes in today and hits that time, which is pretty much unheard of. So, I mean, other than that, the times have just been, there's nothing in it so far, Keith. At one point on the practice times through live races, there was like a half a tenth separating 5 drivers or something ridiculous like that. So this actually might be the closest race we've seen all season.
Definitely, and Levesque has gone down to a 6.9. Tom Ely has gone to a 6.8. It's looking like it's gonna be a really good race, and I mean, you gotta understand, Jesper and Tom are signed on drivers for Tom not technically, but he has signed up with THR for the V8s. Jesper has joined with THR for THR Blue here, going forward with the rest of the season. And then you got Levesque, Butcher, Davis, and then the TPS drivers, followed by Robert Wiesenmuller and Gary Lennon, who had an incredible battle at the last event. So, I mean, anything can happen here, because if you really think about turn 1, and it can be a race ender, just because of how tight it is. We got a little bit of a jam up here coming out of the pits.
You guys trying to get some final laps in before we go to quali here.
Yeah, everyone's trying to jam through here. We
got a lot of quick drivers there at about that in that 10th range. I know Rob Musgrove was actually really quick through practice. Was number 9 or 10 for a while. Thomas Manazowski, he's right up there. Eric Tveit is looking very sporty today indeed. Jonathan Moderem is up there, and Olmarius Miravold and Tony Matthews look also pretty good, Keith. So it looks like that battle in midfield is going to be very very intense.
Well, and also the other thing to remember is the last event we did, we were covering more midfield battles than we were the front in race 2, and also at the end of race 1. I mean, there was some incredible racing we caught at the last event. It's great to see. I mean, it does, it's kind of the way it goes, though, is that we generally follow the front battles. But when the battling dies down at the front, and you get a chance to look at what happens at the backfield, there's some good stuff that's happening in the middle of the field. Some good, clean racing from these guys. And that's what Clio Euro Series and Touring Pro Series is all about. Clio Euro Series is one of our entry-level leagues that feeds off into our higher-end leagues, like the V8 Series, which is starting very soon, and gaining ground. It's almost like a snowball rolling downhill, picking people up as it goes.
Yeah, and it's not to say the level is low in Clio Euro Series. It's just that these cars are easier to manage. But I mean, just look at some of the guys in midfield. They're not the biggest names, but these guys put a lot of effort in to get there. Because look, you got guys like Alexander Lauritsen, James Johnson are pretty much fast guys at anything, and they're down in 25th and 26th position because they didn't put the practice time in. So you just can't show up and be really good here for Clios. You got to put the time in.
Definitely, and we're another big thing is again we're using this new TV overlay that we've got also, which has been created by the one and the only Yakamoto, who's actually joined us to watch this race. He's done a great job working on this for Multi BC, who is our broadcaster and has been since the beginning of Touring Pro Series, and we can't thank Martin enough for all his help throughout these years and help us grow with great support and just basically great service that he offers for us to put these races in front of you guys, the viewers. So we're now headed into qualifying, and as always, it's going to be a Super Pole qualification, meaning they get one out lap, one hot lap, and then they're done. That's it. So what we saw earlier on is we saw people swerving and kind of getting around and throwing their car up and down and whatnot. But that's part of them getting their tires warmed up, because we've heard from the drivers that it's very difficult to get the heat in these tires.
Yeah, and Keith, a point to that is that if I were one of these guys and I wanted to get heat in the tires, I'm getting out there early before guys are on their hot laps, so I'm not going to disrupt them by swerving all over the place.
Yeah, and you know what? That's the other thing. And I did make a mention to the THR guys, not to pick on them specifically, but I did mention it to a few other guys. Is that the THR guys do like to take it to the max to get the most out of it. But at that point, as we saw, Jesper was practicing that, and he had ended up getting into somebody, and that obviously caused a problem for another driver. And that's not okay in qualifying, because you ruin someone else's lap. Forget yourself. You ruin someone else's lap while you're out there. Now, this is exactly this here is exactly what I'm talking about, where Jesper is trying to utilize every bit of this track to get the heat in his tires.
Yeah, I mean, most of the THR guys, they tend to sit in the pits and go out very late on in quali, but Talbot seems to be going out very early, so maybe he wants to have his own little crack at the track here.
He wants to get some clear track, and he wants to get out there and set the pace, because it's easier. It's easy. I find it's easier to go out and just do my thing rather than worry about other people's times. When you know that I have to be at this time or better, that's just it's a hard thing to match.
Yeah, waiting. I've never been too fond of waiting to run my quali time. I just get I get more nervous the longer I wait. I'll put it that way. So I'm a guy that likes to get out there early and get it over with. So yeah. I guess Jesper Talberg is of the same mind there. I mean, he's about to start his one hot lap right now.
Yeah. Well, it's and I mean we're obviously gonna see him. He's been the fastest guy pretty well the whole way through. We're going to see what he's got here.
I mean, it's a bit interesting that Talbot, he hasn't driven all season with us, and now just come in and really beat the whole field here. It's such a tight track by 1/10 of a second. It's really impressive for the three-time TPS champion.
Yes, and I mean, he's looking here. Well, he was very close to winning the championship in the Clios last season, and he's showing here already that he is capable of it. Now he's coming up on Florian Strauss, it looks like.
Florian. Yep.
Yeah, Florian moves out of the way, which is good of him. As he heads into, there's the penultimate corner, I believe. That's the penultimate corners there. As he heads in 4/10 up on Gary Lennon's 107.9. There's the final corner, keeping it very tight to the apex there to get a good run down the start-finish line straight away.
Yeah, he's got pole. The question is by how much at this point.
Yeah,
I mean, is he going to go 6? Is he going to match his time in practice or 6.7? And no, he goes 7.1.
Ooh, 7.1. So this leaves the door open for a pole position.
So I mean, that's pretty much speaking to how hard it is to get the tires heated up for just one lap. I mean, who I think we saw Florian swerving for a minute. I mean, he's on his hot lap right now, I believe. And I'm still trying to figure out, most of the THR guys are still in their pits, Tom Ely, Toby Davis, those type of guys. But, I mean, if we could ride on board with Florian Strauss, who I think is just coming up to his, take his lap right now, that would be great. Yeah, he just across the start-finish line.
Oh, there we go. Calland actually
coming up.
He's coming up to finish up. Sorry, I was just reading a couple small problems. But here we go. So Calland, we've only seen him get down to a 7.1, which is still the pace of Talberg. Callan is going to be coming around the final corner. He's 0.3 back of Talberg right now. Callan not looking promising at this point in time. Strauss has gone he's purple. He's 0.2 down on Talberg.
Yeah, here goes Florian.
Okay, so here we go. Callan's going to be crossing the line. It's going to be a 107. 107.7. So let me get back to Florian.
Yeah, Florian was quicker than Ryan in practice leading up to quali here. But it was like only by 1/10 or 2. It wasn't anything ridiculous. But he's already down on Talberg's time, so it's going to be interesting. He's about matched Talberg through that second sector.
And he got sideways in the final corner. It's going to affect his entire run down this long straightaway. Florian he was off by 0.3.
Yeah, Florian, he's taken a pole so far this season. Let's see if he can take a second one other season.
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
Second though, set with a 7.4.
It's still, that's not going to be good enough here. I mean, these guys have got some serious paces. You got Lauritsen following the pink machine of Olmarius Mirvold. But let's see who we got up here. Still out.
Chris Butcher, Tom Ely, Toby Davis, they're all still in the pits, and they've got it. Well, Toby, he's just now getting out the pits, but these guys all got to be thinking, we can beat these guys. We can take pole here, because we saw numerous guys go under that 7-minute threshold during practice. So I'm pretty sure that Tallberg, his pole time is vulnerable at this point.
Yeah, it looks like Christian Struze has put himself off. I'm going to not a little confused as to how he ended up over there. But Lauritsen has parked it, and he's not going to set a time. Dave Simmons heading out. David Carter headed out on track. Toby Davis is on track, trying to warm his tires up right now.
Yeah, and the bike is coming out of the pit, so it looks like our second placeman in the championship is about to get underway.
Well, we'll follow with Davis right now because he's going to be the first guy to get a lap in here. We've got Davis headed out on track. So you're saying Levesque is out on track now.
Yeah, but he's well behind. I'd like to think half a lap down on Davis here.
Well, let's see what Toby Davis has. Let's follow along with him. He was fairly. He was the pole sitter.
He was the pole sitter last round at Vereno. So this guy, he looks like he's figured out these Clios, and I expect him to be a top 5 driver here today.
Well, THR is going to be a force to be reckoned with here, but it's going to be not going to be which THR driver takes. It's not going to be who takes pole. It's going to be which THR driver takes pole.
Yeah, and you got right behind Toby Davis, Robert Wiesenmuller. Actually close enough, maybe he can pick up a very slight amount of draft even from Davis. So he's going to be in it for a top 10 result. Yeah, and Toby's just going to try to get it into this first quarter. Hold the apex tight, get over the curb, and has a nice exit out a bit. 2 wheels on the grass there, but looks like nothing too bad. He's going to go through the chicane here. Looks very tidy indeed. And he's down. Yep, he is down on Tallberg's pole time, but just, what was that, by a 1,100th of a second there. So, it looks like Toby, he is in the driver's seat. But remember, Florian was down 2/10 on Tallberg's time through that Sector 1. So it's all about this Sector 2 if THR can get through here and maybe even trump Tallberg's time.
Yeah, exactly. And
that's wide. Almost. He's still good. 2/10 down on Tallberg's mid-sector.
Look at this. This is going to be it. I think this is going to be Toby Davis taking another pole position. Provisionally, of course. Yep. Provisionally, Toby Davis coming across the line, looking to take the pole away from his new teammate.
Yes, he's done it.
Boom.
A 7 flat. A 7 flat.
7 flat.
I mean, I think the only guy we're going to see a challenge. Well, Levesque is on the track, so let's see if he's got anything for one of his team bosses in Toby Davis.
Oh, here we go. Levesque out on track, looking.
Same line through there though, Keith. They seem like they go wide
so
there.
Close. He's so close. He's half a tenth. He's half a tenth up. Right now, up or down,
I don't think that's
whatever
enough,
it is.
Keith, because Toby was really clean through that third sector.
He was very clean getting through and coming off of that corner. So. He's going to do.
No, he didn't. No way! Just barely.
I don't believe this. I don't believe it. This is like an autumn ring. We didn't think he was going to do it, and he just pulled it off somehow. And he shows it again, puts it on provisional pole one more time. The man, William Levesque. Now we got Tommy Lee, Chris Butcher, both out on track right now. Tommy Lee headed out. Chris Butcher out on track right now, warming the tires up. Going to be coming around. Look, see, wait a minute. Putting on a show.
A little drift there. Okay, Chris is really trying to get those tires heated up.
I think Chris really wants. I think Chris really wants to go out and put a good lap down, take the pole, and get out front. And I think he wants to win this race bad.
Oh yeah. And look at this, Robert Wiesenmuller is up to 5th, surpasses Ryan's time just barely. So now he's got 5 guys in front of him already.
And there's Tom Ely. You've got Chris Butcher.
And Chris Butcher. Yep.
Tom Ely, who else is out there? We still got, a few guys. Tom Ely, Chris Butcher.
I'm pretty sure those are the only few guys that are going to have pretty much Ely and Butcher are going to jump Ryan. So
Eric Tveit had some pace too, so he could potentially squeeze himself in there.
Yeah, I guess you're right, because Tveit, he was he slotted in 10th, I think, through practice 1 there.
Yeah, these guys are throwing some handbrake action now. For all the people in the chat room. I do apologize. We're having a small technical issue with the video on our page for whatever reason. So I'm going to post the link up to where you can go to if you cannot see the broadcast. If you don't see the stream on our page, go to simsport.tv and go to stream 2 because it seems like the sound is working, but the video is not. So back to the racing action though. Chris Butcher down through turn 1. right out to the outside of the track. Let's get on board with him and see what he is seeing right now as he comes up. Oh, he didn't get he didn't get very close to those tires, but I think it gave him a good run out. So
no,
now
he's down. I mean, you're right, because he was not nearly as tight through there as Toby was.
No, it was not good. That was not good enough for a fast time. And I mean, look, like he needed to be right up against those tires.
Yeah, so I would like to ride back on board with Ely, who's just behind Chris, and I believe he started his outlet, but I don't think Chris is going to be good enough for it here.
Let's see. Oh, Tom Ely's gone purple.
Yep,
Tom Ely is looking to take this pole away. He wants to stamp himself as a guy that will be a force to be reckoned with in any future league. And no, he lost
it to the second sector.
Oh, wow.
It seemed like Toby and Jasper, and obviously, I guess, Levick had it figured out through there, and the rest of these guys not so much.
Butcher up to fifth.
Yeah.
Butcher up to fifth. So Ryan Callen back to seventh. Ely into fourth. So Ryan Callen, our championship leader, has been bumped down to 8th position behind Levick, Davis, Tallberg, Ely, Strauss, Butcher, and Wiesenmuller. He has got his work cut out for him today. He told me, he said he wasn't expecting to do have the best result here, but obviously he's a very good racer. He's a very talented racer. So let's just see what happens here, because we're headed into warm up. We've got ourselves here 5 minutes in warm up. So before we head into the grid here, what I'm going to do is I want to play for you the world premiere of the virtual V8 Supercars 2012 season intro video that was just created. So hang on, we'll be right back with you guys. Enjoy. Now the V8s, that is something I cannot wait for. Hey, right? How about you, Danny?
Oh, and I love that trailer. I mean, it's a shame we couldn't get the volume adjusted for it, but it's an absolute treat to watch. Ryan Callen did a number on that one. So, yeah, the V8 Supercar Championship this season, I think you're going to see TPS go to new heights with this one, Keith.
Yeah, I think so too. And but we're here. We're watching the Clios right now. We're going to quickly do a rundown of the grid. What we have right now is William Levesque at the front again. This is something we've been seeing a lot of this season, and I mean it's a pleasure to watch him race. He's been doing very well. Second place, we're going to have Toby Davis, who left the server but will be back. Third, Jesper Talberg. Fourth, Tom Ely. Fifth, Florian Strauss. So essentially the top 3 is THR. Nocturne is not a THR team in this league, but is in V8, so he is technically a teammate of these guys.
Just for the viewers, Tom is working. He's in cahoots with THR, especially for Cleo.
They're all in the same TeamSpeak channel too. So
I'm very surprised to see Florian get in front of Ryan here in such an important round, though.
Well, I mean, he's just got the pace here, but Chris Butcher a little further back than he would like in 6th position. 7th, Robert Wiesemuller, who will be ecstatic with that result. Callan in 8th. Olmarius Mirvold in 9th, who will be extremely pleased with that result. Gary Lennon in 10th. A little further back, we have, back in 11th, Jonathan Monaran for Optimum Motorsports. He'll be pleased with that result. Scott Sovic, Independent, in 12th. Tony Matthews, 13th. Eric Tveit in 14th. 15th, Tomas Matadzutski for Pit Lane Racing. 16th, Andy Benar. Lukasz Demelin in 17th. And we have...
was that Jay Adji in 18th?
Yeah, sorry, Jay Adji. Sorry, I got a message here and I got a little distracted. It's like seeing a shiny object.
Yeah, no problem.
Go ahead, Danny. I'll you read through the rest.
Okay, Jay Adji 18th. We have Thomas Demelin down in 19th. Bradley Vanian, a friend of the podcast, there in 20th. Rob Musgrove down in 21st. Rob was actually just outside the top 10 to start with, but Alejandro Fernandez there 22nd. Dave Simmons 23rd. Rui F. Martins in 24th. David Carter 25th. Down 26th, we have Lee Palmer. 27th, James Johnson. Mike Bell, a little disappointed with his qualifying effort there in 28th. And I believe we're going to have Alexander Lauritsen, Christian Strews down in those final few positions. But Keith, could you mind scrolling down for us just to make sure of that final few running order?
Yeah, then there you go.
Yeah, and we have, like I said, we're going to have, who's 29th there? I'm having a little trouble. Oh, Jonathan Osterkliff, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Then we have Alexander Lauritsen behind him in 30th. And, of course, Christian Strews pulling up the rear in 31st position. And that's going to conclude warm-up as the clock has hit 0. We're about to get down to the grid. And just a real quick note about our second place man, Toby Davis. He was actually feeling very under the weather. It was highly in doubt that we would see him tonight, but he's on the grid and he almost took pole position. So I think he needs to get sick every round because he seems to fall off the pace.
We're at the 5th round of the Clio Euro Series at Calder Park. We've had ourselves an incredible championship up to so far to date. What we need to do is see how this race is going to go. We're going to hop on board with the pole sitter, William Levesque, as we get back over to him. And this track has got great coverage for the TV cameras. So on board with William Levesque, as you look back at the field, we got 2 seconds.
Bit of a bunch up there. You're seeing a
little bit of a bunch up, but the lights are going to be going out. The engines are revving up. They're looking to start the 5th round at Calder Park. Oh, Toby Davis! I don't know if he did it. I don't know. We're going to find out soon. But William Levesque gets off cleanly. Toby Davis looks like he jumped a little bit. And here we go. They're headed down into turn 1. Look at them draped down.
Levesque's out of position. They're going into turn 1 here.
Look at this. Oh, look, there's cars. They're all over. William Levesque. Toby Davis is trying to go around the outside. Levesque holds the inside. Ely down the inside, taking over. Bump Toby Davis. There's cars sideways.
Oh, the TPS guy's a bit of trouble there.
Oh, look. Oh, they're coming through.
Toby Davis almost goes off. Hits his teammate, Chris Butcher.
Oh, Chris Butcher squeezing through contact. A little ways back. Tolberg's through. Tom Ely, the great start up to second. Toby Davis back to 4th from second. Look at the TPS drivers. Wiesemuller down the inside through the fast left, right left. And Callan has made his way through up to 5th place. He has gained a total of 3 positions already.
Listen, Ryan really needed one of his classic starts, and he came through. But no, he's not strong shot by Robin.
Wiesemuller gets into the back. Oh, and he's gone wide. Oh, what
he can't do it. He's going to lose those 3 positions back here.
Gary Lennon is up the back of Ryan Callan. Callan gets his composure back. He's up to 6th place. There's a bit of trouble in the backfield. Callan is on the back of Butcher. Wiesemuller has squeezed his way through into 4th position. You got Levesque, Ely, Tolberg, 1, 2, 3, followed by Wiesemuller, Butcher, Callan in the next train of 3. But look at the gap these guys have pulled already.
Yeah, this is not good for Ryan. Ryan's in a bad spot here because he's got to go through both Chris Butcher and Robert Wiesemuller just to get to this leading trio of the THR guys.
Yeah, like these guys. Wiesenmuller's off.
Oh, you look at Ryan. He's not wasting any time.
Oh man, Butcher made short work. I'm curious if there was contact. I'm pulling this back. Let's see what we can catch on replay here. Callen looks down to the inside of Butcher. Butcher down to the inside. Contact with just slight contact, and Wiesenmuller went wide on his own.
Robert just went off there.
He went wide. You know what? It's easy to do cold tires, cold brakes, full fuel, headed into turn 1 after a long straight like that. But Callen played very smart there. He saw there might have been contact, and he knows he's on a short leash here. So he eased off, light contact with Butcher. No harm, no foul there. So now Butcher is going to be trying to chase down Jesper Tolberg in his first race this season.
I mean, now this is just an absolute nightmare start for Ryan because you got William in the lead with no one to challenge him, just his teammates behind him, probably just going to work as a buffer for him. Ryan's meanwhile has to get through 2 very tough cars, overtaking Chris Butcher, Jesper Tolberg, and then he's got to deal with that penalty, so he can't be too aggressive with these guys either, Keith.
Yeah, exactly. And Levesque having clear track is not a good thing.
Not at all.
No, I mean, not a good thing for the rest of the field, but for him, it's great. It's just, what it does is, when he's clear, he can focus on keeping his tires, he can focus on hitting his marks, and not worry about, look, Toby Davis is into the pit, so Toby Davis did jump the start. He had to pull in for a stop and go. Eric Tveit, the same thing. 2 drivers, 2 stop and goes.
Yeah, we fear that Ryan had the similar issue there at round 3 at Thruxton, but he got away with it. Meanwhile, Toby Davis not as lucky. He's got to serve the stop and go. That's going to take away any chance of him being a competitor in this first race.
But there is always the second race.
Always,
so,
yep.
Look at this trade. So Callen's got through Butcher. Callen is through on Butcher. Now look at him lead this train down the long straightaway here at Calder Park. It looks like a snake slithering down through to turn 1 as Levesque sets the fastest lap here, a 1:07.252, full of fuel. I cannot believe how fast that lap is with the fuel. Oh, look, Wiesenmuller down to the inside of Butcher into turn 1. Yeah, he's on. And Wiesenmuller
wow, what happened there?
Wow. I got to pull this back. I was calling the pass for Wiesenmuller, and then Callen locks up the back end. And
I thought he might just stop that car in the middle of the corner for a second.
Let's have a look at this one more time. Callen up front just locks up on the outside over in the drag strip there, and Wiesenmuller pulls through. So he didn't lose too much time, but thankfully these are front-wheel drive cars. Back live, Wiesenmuller is under attack from Chris Butcher, who is under attack from Strauss. Strauss gets into the back of Butcher. These guys are fighting tooth and nail, and Lennon is there. He's got a good view of this battle. Let's see what he's seeing.
I mean, Roberts just had a great race so far. He has managed to stay up with these front runners, and he's not going away.
21 laps to go, my friend. 21 laps. Oh, and Levesque, 1:07 flat with the fuel in the car.
Wow. That's beating quality times there.
That's faster than the pole times with no fuel, as he's going to be getting faster and faster.
It's actually having the tires up to
Chris Butcher down to the inside of the turn 1 on Wiesenmuller.
You got to think he's got it here, Keith.
Oh, he's got it full side by side. No, up on the curb, side by side.
Oh, that's clean stuff.
He's done it side by side. Now they're going to go through the fast right.
This can't work. You got to get in the line here, guys.
Little contact. It's okay. Cleanly up through there. And Wiesenmuller gets past. Now he's under attack from Strauss. Strauss is going to be caught trying to make a move on Wiesenmuller, and he's done it. He's by. Strauss up to 6th position. This is a great battle between these guys here. A little further back, I'm noticing the exact same thing as Mike Bell is in 9th position. He qualified, I think, 27th place.
Wow, Mike!
Mike Bell with an incredible run here. Wow.
How did he get up to 9th? He qualified 28th, way back. So this guy is having the run of a lifetime.
18 positions made up. Lukas Demelin has also made up 18. So these two guys are fighting for the hard charger award here, being the guy who makes up the most positions throughout this 25-lap race. Incredible run from the man, Mike Bell. Well done to him. And he's followed by Bradley Vanny and Motter and Matazowski. At Jay Adji, who's having a decent run, but I got to get back up. Oh, look, and he's looking up the inside. Who's that? Vanny down the inside of Mike Bell. Oh, contact! Mike Bell's off!
He's off!
Mike Bell's into the wall! Oh, it's all gone wrong for him. It's all gone wrong.
Who was that got him off there?
Let's pull this back. Who is this? Jonathan Monoram is looking as they're headed down into turn 1. You had Bradley Vanian looking up the inside, makes the move, and Monahan just
he just completely smashed him.
Oh no, poor Mike Bell had such a good run going.
That's heartbreaking, Keith. That's
going to be so hard for him to take because he had such a good start to the race going. Oh, it's really unfortunate for him. But back at the front, Callan is not making any headway on these leaders because Talberg is 3.6 seconds ahead of him.
Yeah, really nothing to report up here, Keith.
Oh, 1:06.9 by Levesque. What?
Yeah, Levesque actually had an off moment, though. A lap ago went well wide at one of the chicanes and had to cut the track pretty bad, but seems to have suffered no ill effects for it. Tom Ely can't seem to reel him in, and Jasper Talberg seems very much content to just slide in behind these two.
Yes, definitely. And I mean, does anyone have an answer for the young French-Canadian?
No, at this point, no. This guy's mastered the tires, and at this point, if he can, it looks like he's on track for even a double win, Keith. And if he does that, he can pretty much stick the championship here and now.
Yes, exactly. And this is what he's got to think about. He's got to think about, can I wrap this up here? Can I get a big enough gap that the next two events, all I have to do is just smooth sail it? Or does he want to just come out here and crush the competition in the last few rounds and try to go for a Stoffel Van Dorn like an ATCC?
He's definitely going to have some decisions to make, but I'm very impressed with Ryan. After qualifying 8th, he somehow fought his way up to 4th without nothing too risky there, so he's in a good position. But Robert Wiesenmuller,
look at this, he's battling hard.
Florian Strauss, Ryan's teammate. And Gary Lennon is right there lurking in behind these two.
Well, if you actually remember, the last race, this is basically the top 8. Levesque, Ely was there, but he had a little bit of an off. Talberg wasn't there, obviously. Right. Callan, Butcher, Toby Davis was in the mix, who took a pit. But in 7th and 8th, Gary Lennon and Robert Wiesenmuller battled for almost the entire race.
Yeah, and actually,
finish.
Those guys had a bit of a word after the race. They weren't, I don't think, too happy with one another. So perhaps a bit of a rivalry starting between these two. I'm glad we have this on camera right now. So
yeah, I do too.
Yeah, hopefully nothing too bad comes of it, so these guys have a nice race with one another.
We'll have a brawl in the pits. We'll have to call in security. Yeah, but these guys are battling really hard. And again, I always comment on these two drivers about how clean they are and great they are to race against. But obviously, hey, look, sometimes people think, Gary's looking.
Sniffing his nose up the inside, maybe wants to send one in on him.
No, he's not sending one down the inside. Not this time. He's thinking better of it. But a little further back, I see a nice move here by Matadowski down the inside. Agee, contact. Agee's lost his front clip, it looks like. Agee's up over the curb. Matadowski right on his bumper. It looks
he's
like
got ways to add to the straight here, Keith. He's got time, and then he can get Agee pretty easy without that front clip.
Exactly. And Lukáš Emelin, who is just in behind him sniffing around, he has gained 20 positions.
Wow.
20 positions he's made up. Christian Struze has made up 16, and I did hear that he had blown his engine in qualifying. So that explains what happened to Christian Struze and why he was parked out the back. But look at this. Down the inside, Thomas Matadowski into turn 1. Looking to take P10. Book it. It's done. Oh, Lukáš sideways. Oh, look at this. And he's crossing over. Jay Agee unbooks that move. And Thomas Matadowski back to 11th.
What a defense there by Jay Agee, as Jonathan Monahan is kind of going all over the place trying to hold on to these guys.
This is a good battle. If you look, Jay Agee, let's go back on board with...
Actually, that's Lukáš Demlin behind.
Lukáš Demlin, but no, Tomáš Matadowski is who I'm talking about.
We got Jay going to try to have another look up the inside here.
Matadowski looking on the inside. Not going to happen. They come up through here. Got to avoid these tires. You hit one of those tires, you might lose your front clip just like Jay Agee. Jay Agee is the other Roaring Pipes Maniacs driver who Robert Wiesenmuller brought in. This is his second race in the season. He had a great run last event, and he's showing that he wants to do a little better here.
It looks like he's got a run here on Jay Agee. He's going to try to send another one up the inside.
Oh, no.
He's going to pull it out even very late. Wow.
Very late. Just gets right up down the inside. He's fully alongside him, headed into turn 1. Matadowski looking to book this move. Taking P10 away from Jay Agee. Little contact, a little hip and shoulder, sends him wide. I think he's going to do it. He holds him out there, gives him lots of room. What a gentleman. I wouldn't have given him that much room. He's being a little too generous. UNICEF, Tomas.
Lukáš is
very
really
nice.
He's just going to, let's say, content to ride behind those guys at the moment.
Yeah, and now they're actually closing in on Bradley Vanian, who seems to be a little bit of a sitting duck. These guys have got some incredible drafting going on back here, even though they are battling. The draft is fairly huge here, but up at the front a little bit further, you got Wiesenmuller battling again with Gary Lennon. Callan is still 3.9 seconds back, 4 seconds back of Jesper Talberg. So nothing has changed. I mean, up front you've got the Butcher and Strauss separated by 1.2. This is the closest battle in the top 8 right now. These two drivers here.
Yeah, and it looks like Robert cannot get any gap on Gary, and Gary's once again going to dance that inside nose, trying to get some type of position on Robert into turn 1. Nothing's going to come of it, though.
No, nothing. And you know what? Oh, look, Bradley Vanian sideways into turn 1.
Oh, Bradley! Right in there.
Oh, it was a nice save. I mean, front wheel drive. I think what's happening is these drivers are trying to use all the track, and on the outside of that white line, it's very, very slippery, and they get locked up, and that's what sends the car down. And we saw Callan do that a little earlier.
You gotta wonder if Bradley's losing the tires on that thing, because you see these guys in behind him in a 3-car train.
Oh,
Bradley's off again.
Bradley's off.
Something's wrong there, Keith. The tires gotta be shredded on that thing. Because,
it's too soon. It's too soon.
Lap 11, man, it goes pretty quick with these things.
No, I was told these guys, they're not pulling too bad tire wear here, but as you see, the car seems to be all together. But Matizowski's now all over the back of Vanian. Now Matizowski's going to be looking to make a move. He's going to get the draft slipstream right up down into turn 1. James Johnson's into the pits. And now Matizowski...
You gotta think Matizowski's going to get him into one of these braking zones, because it looks like that's where Bradley's losing it on the brakes. I know he complained about, I think, having the rear end give out on him because his brake bias might not be set appropriately or something.
Looking down the inside, not going to happen. A little further back. Oh, look at that, Luke. Nice move down the inside through JS.
There it is.
He's now made up 21 positions. He's pulling it. This is like a Jack Keithley run right here. That's what he's going for. Hardest Charger award is what he's looking for here.
Yeah, that puts him in 11, so just one spot at the top 10, so well done to Lukáš there.
Yeah, Lukáš, he's looking to make up, because if he can get ahead of these two drivers, that's a top 9 position. That'll be 9th position. So he's got good pace, and it looks like Toby Davis is out of the race. I'm getting word that Toby Davis is out, a DNF. So we're not sure exactly what's happened, but we have Marius Mirvold engine, Lauritsen engine, Fernandez engine, all being removed. Andy Bernard got a disqualification. I'm going to assume it was from a jump start. Oh, and look,
there's Vanian wide again.
And look, Matizowski's going to make that move. Devlin's going to get a run, try to draft with them a bit down to the inside. These guys are going to head through turn 1.
I'm thinking all 3 of these guys are going to get past Bradley at some point, because he's all over the pit base, Keith.
Yeah, I don't think he can hold these guys off for very much longer. We're beyond the halfway mark now, or we're on the halfway lap. Matizowski to the outside. Vanian. Lukáš sideways.
Oh, watch it there, Lukáš.
Oh, man, he holds it together. A little pirouette there, as Ryan would call it.
Yeah, only in front-wheel drive cars. We've said it before, and we'll say it again, because these guys are losing it, but because they're front-wheel drives, they're able to continue on.
Yes, definitely, and these guys are pushing really, really hard now, because Lukáš is made up, well, as I said, he is now 21 positions up. Vanian is made up 10. Christian Strues, 16. Mike Bell is made up 12, although unfortunately he got punted there by...
Up for the battle, 5th and 6th, Florian Strauss is right up there with Chris Butcher, looking to make an overtake on the THR guy.
Let's see what he's got. Oh, and Strauss is in the slipstream of Chris Butcher as they head down into turn 1, trying to make a move, take over a top 5 spot. This is all about the team championship here, because Levesque is scoring max points. Oh, and he's done it around the outside. Strauss looks good on the outside.
Complete commitment there, Keith, and he's done it. Well done to Florian.
Here's the thing, though, is that you've got to understand this team championship is very important, because these THR guys, Levesque is first, Callan 4th, Strauss 5th, with Butcher in 6th. The gap, they're going to make more points over TPS here. They got to find an answer for Levesque in the second race. They have to.
Maybe Florian can get to Ryan and they can try some type of drafting thing going up this long straight, because otherwise it looks Ryan's not going to catch this leading trio.
No. So, Talberg, Ely, and Levesque are basically in a whole other field of their own, because they have gapped on this short track by 6 seconds. Talberg is ahead. Callan is 10 seconds back of Levesque right now.
And we're about to see Levesque pass Eric Tveit, who's being lapped. So unfortunately, Tveit, after we saw such a good run from him through practice, has fallen off the pace here.
Yeah, and look at it. Butcher's trying to make a move back on Strauss. Not going to happen down into turn 1. Strauss goes a little bit wide. Butcher trying to get a move on him. He's gonna have to be a little more crafty. He's got to figure a way by. And oh look, Strauss goes a little wide. Butcher's got to try to get a run here up over the curbs, get in the slipstream because you got a fast right-left up here, and then you get into a hard braking zone. So if he times it just right, he might be able to send one down the inside as they come up. See here, he's close. He's looking. He's gone down the inside. Exactly like I said. Butcher down on the inside.
I think he's got it.
Book it. Oh, go
Whoa,
go.
They got a little swirling on the braking, and both of them almost came together. And look at this, Keith. They're catching up to Ryan, and these guys are battling with one another.
I know. Ryan's tires must be off completely for him to not be able to gap these guys because they're battling. And I mean, at a track like this where it's all momentum, if you're battling, you should be losing a ton of time. And let's have a quick look. I'm going to pull up Ryan's times here, how far he's dropped off. He's doing 108.9 last lap. 108.9.
Wow.
Where Levesque is running a 107.5. So that's the story right there.
Levesque and Gary Lennon is actually having a look on Robert Wiesenmuller finally.
Gary Lennon
looks like he's on camera to turn one.
Done it. Booked it.
He's done it. Yep, he's got him. I mean, Gary, he obviously seemed like the fastest of the two drivers because Robert could not pull away at all from him. So finally, Gary picks the spot and gets it done very cleanly.
And here we go. You got. Look at Butcher hounding the back of Florian Strauss. Gives him a little nudge. He's all up in him. And here he goes. He's down to the inside again. He's trying in the same spot as he did last lap. Is he going to do it? Locks up the tires. No. He backs off. Thinks better of it. Now he's going to try to get a run. Swing out wide. Crossover. Carry the momentum. Get very close to those tires. And now he's headed into the final corner. It's going to be all about timing here. Oh, Strauss up over the curb. He's going to lose some momentum down this front straightaway here.
Yeah, Chris has got
to run here. Real tight. He's got to run, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Look, he's swerving across.
These guys are all over the place.
hey, listen, anything you can do to break the draft in these cars, you got to do it, man. Butcher looking down the inside. I don't know if he's going to have enough of a run. Let's see what he's got. Is he going to do it down the inside? Contact on the straightaway.
Nudge.
No, he's sideways, and he's going to... Oh, so tight.
That's really good racing, man. That's good
really
defending by Florian.
This is incredible, and you know what? They're keeping it clean. Butcher's not getting too hasty. There's still quite a few laps left. There's 8 laps to go here.
Now, what's going to happen? Gary and Robert might, now that they're sorted out, they might catch both of these guys if they don't watch themselves.
Yeah, they might. No, they might catch that. Like just in that shot right there, that shows you that they're closing. But I mean, what do you have to say about this? We're not even following this, but he has not been out of the 107s since the start of the race.
I had a little chat with William earlier in the week, and he was very confident with his tire wear going into this one. But not only that, but he's got the outright pace to beat everybody. I mean, the crank this guy's put on the entire championship is something to really watch because the guy. He's mastered his tire wear, and I think he's going to be a real big force in VV8 coming up, Keith, because he's so good at keeping the tires on his car.
Yeah, and that's a key thing. And I mean, with all the, we've got some fresh talent that showed up that may or may not know the car very well. He did start in the VV8. Oh, who's that wide? Callan goes wide, smoking the tires a little bit. But no, going back to William, yeah, I think he's going to be a big contender, and I know he's going to put the effort in and definitely try to. Move forward from his good results that he had last season in the V8 the V8 Championship from 2011.
If he wins this championship here, this CES, that's going to give him a lot of confidence, Keith, and I think the sky's the limit.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. And now you see Wiesenmuller has faded away a little bit off of Lennon. Matyczowski has made his way by Bradley Vanian and is now up to 9th position. Jay Adji a little further back. Lukash has not been able to capitalize.
If we can take a ride down to the battle between 15th and 16th position, you have Mike Bell, who's recovered from his off moment, and now he's challenging Lee Palmer for 15th.
Oh, look at this. He's all up on Lee Palmer now. Mike Bell, who had a serious off, he was punted. Who was it that by? Was it Bradley Vanian? I can't remember exactly. I think it was Bradley. He came down really high.
I think it was one of the Optimum Motorsports drivers.
I think it was Bradley. If I'm incorrect, I apologize. But Mike Bell gets into the back of Lee Palmer, sends him wide as he comes around. Surreal illusions on that car. He's trying to make amends here now, pulling in behind Palmer, but he's going to draft him and try to get down the inside, head into turn 1, send one down the inside, outbrake him. Carry through and get a nice position on Lee Palmer.
Yeah, and this is very impressive because Mike took a really big hit.
I know,
His front clip, and now he's still in it. So
there he goes, down the inside. Mike Bell, is he going to book it? No, I don't think so. Lee Palmer's got the outside.
Side by side here, Keith.
He's got it side by side into turn 2. Nice move, and he completes it. He books his flight, and he's sending himself away. But I think Lee Palmer's got an answer for him. He says, hold on a second. Security check here. You're not getting on that flight.
Yeah, Mike got a little sloppy through that shit.
Lee Palmer's
guys.
These guys are both, it looks like they're both missing their front clips, so this is the battle of the clipless.
Yeah, and you got Christian Struess up and behind that has moved all the way to the 14th, so he's got to be very happy with that.
Definitely, after blowing his engine in qualifying. Lee Palmer, and Mike Bell's off, so, and Lee Palmer's going to try to make a move. No, they're headed through the final corner, and he's wide, Mike Bell. These guys must be having the time of their life here battling. Good stuff.
Yeah. There's Thomas Demlin in behind both of these guys here in 17th. Scott
who's this? Chris Butcher's off! Chris Butcher is off! Oh no, we're not going to get to see it. What's happened here? This is live. What has happened to Chris Butcher? What is going on here?
That's pretty much his championship there.
That is it right there. What has happened to Chris Butcher? What did we miss? Where is this? I don't even know. End of the straightaway.
is also down in 7th, so probably contact between the two. Gary Lennox moved up to 5th, and Robert Wiesenmuller up to 6th, so Florian Strauss and Chris Butcher looked at...
Lee Palmer is over! Lee Palmer! I gotta catch... Let's see what this happened again here. As he came up over the tires, he comes in a little hot, and here it is.
I just hit the curb. You're right.
Oh, yes.
And Palmer goes around.
Oh, that is gold. That is gold right there. But back to what we were talking about. Florian Strauss back to 7th. He's battling now with Robert Wiesenmuller. I'm getting words from the THR headquarters that absolutely ridiculous. He's claiming this is allegedly taken out by Strauss 100%.
Yeah, they're saying Strauss winning the Butcher, so obviously the Demlin boys have something to look at after this race. Probably a developing story.
Yeah, exactly. Just 1 second, Danny. You can take over for a moment.
Yeah, Florian Strauss has passed Robert Wiesenmuller to get up to 6th. So, I mean, of course we're hearing a lot of word coming out the pits saying that Florian did something a little untoward toward Chris Butcher, and that would be a major problem because obviously those guys are in the championship hunt together with THR going against TPS Racing, and pretty much unless you see an accident by TPS Racing or THR Racing is going to win the championship. So there's definitely a motive there for Florian to do something.
There's motive there, but we can only say it's allegedly. Remember, this is like, we can't go and say it.
We're just having like some THR executives giving us a few pings here, so of course they can be completely biased. And who is that spinning out that Florian?
Florian, I was just looked away for a second. What happened there?
I think he lost on his own here. Robert Wiesenmuller in behind him, and I think Florian's just going to lose it on the braking.
Oh, yeah, see, he was outside the white line. You see that? That's what I was saying. This seems to be the problem here.
No grip out there, yep.
No, there's no grip out there. You drop a wheel and you brake outside. You take a chance trying to get a good run, and that's what happens. So Florian Strauss, after all that hard work and, apparently, allegedly taking out Chris Butcher, he is now given away a position which is very, very important because Butcher's back in 13th, Levesque is leading, Callan 4th. This is all team championship related that is going to be so tight after this. I mean, really.
Now, just real quick about Florian, we're not trying to condemn him here by any stretch of imagination. This guy's a class act, kid.
This guy's
a hard time thinking.
I'm
having a hard time thinking he's going after anybody in THR racing. Obviously, we're going to have to take a look after the race, but I mean, it's just an unfortunate situation right now.
Yeah, no, definitely, and I mean, it's very unfortunate for Chris. You never wish anything poor upon, you never wish anything ill upon any driver, and I think if I'm on board with Levesque, he's got to have lag. Yeah, that was definitely lag. We just saw Levesque just park there, and that's not something you want to see. But
you're seeing a lot of guys getting lapped. Obviously, this is a very short track, and he's had to cut his way through quite a bit of lap traffic as we close toward the end of the race.
Yes, yeah, it was just on replay still, so that was what the problem was.
Oh, Dan, who is that? Is that Florian still having trouble with his car? Probably has some damage on it. Oh, was that Ryan, actually?
Yeah, Ryan's struggling a little bit, but hey, he's got a bit of a gap over Gary Lennon. Wiese Mueller's a little far behind Strauss. Matizowski's gapped is quite a ways back from Strauss, so I think we're going to see this is how the race is probably going to finish. But now, really, the guy we need to follow is Butcher. Can he make up any spots? I don't think he can. He's got the cars in front are too far away, and
he's got 13th position in front of Christian Struess, Mike Bell, and Tony Matthews is about nearly, what is it, 8 seconds up the road or something like that.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to make any spots up, but Tony Matthews will be very pleased by taking advantage of this. And just in front, look at this, Jay Adji looking down the inside of Bradley Vanian, RPM Motorsports over Optimum.
And there's Lukáš
down to the
behind
inside.
those guys.
Lukáš trying to take advantage around the outside in turn 1. No, Adji's got to defend now against Lukáš. Lukáš is trying to make a move into turn 2. Got to watch those tires. We just saw someone go over.
This out before they get into the chicane here.
Yeah, we saw Lee Palmer flip over those tires in the most explosive fashion. Something out of a movie.
We haven't really seen any overtakes going into that chicane there, so nothing too crazy from these guys.
No, nothing too crazy. Jay Adji's holding it together with Vanian.
Without his clip, he's still giving Vanian a lot of trouble here, so I'm pretty sure Bradley's just having trouble
Bradley
with the tires
there. He passes it off to Jay Adji. Contact.
And
Adji
that's a nice move. Around the outside on the chicane. That's brilliant.
Oh, well, you know what? Vanian went wide into the first part of that chicane, the right-hander. Adji took a nice smooth move and got the left-hander. He was clear by him. So very nice, very tactical of taking advantage of the mistake, because it seems like there's not many that are coming up. But we got to get to our leader, because we are coming up to watch the end of the first race here in the 5th round, as Levesque it's honestly, it looks effortless for him in these cars.
And this is going to be his 3rd race win in the last 3 races.
In a row.
The guy's absolutely on a roll here.
He is on a roll.
We questioned if Ryan was about to take over the championship, but Levesque has responded in full force to reclaim the championship lead as he takes it to the line here. 14HR, well done.
William Levesque flashing his lights. He is undulated with joy. Tom Ely finally getting the result he wanted. And getting a second place with Talberg in
finally
second.
Gets on the podium, Tom.
I know,
so well
finally. Tom's been trying so hard. The reason he ended up in Touring Pro Series is because he watched one of these broadcasts and said, I got to get racing this. Yeah. Talberg in 3rd, Callan 4th, Lennon 5th, Wiese Mueller 6th, Florian Strauss in 7th. In 8th, we're going to have following across. Who do we have in 8th?
No, I'm sorry, Jay Adji. Jay Adji's going to come across in 9th. So
9th place was going to be Jay Adji. So I just want to get track of these so we can get a few interviews with these guys at the end of the second race here. So if you're just tuning in, folks, this isn't over. We still have a whole nother race, another qualifying and another race. So make sure you stick around. We're going to be getting some more racing in. But following through with the rest of the grid, Bradley Vanian back to 10th. Lukáš Demlin having the run of his life, making 20 positions to 11th. Tony Matthews 12th. Chris Butcher not going to be pleased. I'm sure there's going to be words and probably some fisticuffs in the pits.
A lot of controversy around that one,
Keith. This is all allegedly, Danny. All allegedly.
We're not condemning anybody. So.
We are not condemning, and Florian is a TPS champion, so I mean we can't even think up in the booth to start condemning people without the evidence. I need to see something in writing.
We got to see something.
Yeah. Mike Bell, 14th, after getting put off in some serious damage and starting in 27th. Christian Struess, Demlin, Scott Sovic, Jonathan Osterklint, Lee Palmer, Eric Tveit, and that's going to do it for the top 20. Now, if you just bear with me for a moment, I do need to make a quick adjustment with the video player, because I want to show you a couple. I want to obviously get back to the V8 video, the world premiere of the V8 Supercar video. So if you guys can all hold tight, we'll be back with you in just a moment. All right, guys, I'm going to quickly show you the again the world premiere of the V8 Supercar 2012 season video, so you guys can catch it one more time if you did miss it earlier on. We'll be back with you in just a moment. All right, guys, we are back, and we're actually going right into qualifying, so we don't want to miss too much of the action if we can. Guys are, obviously we've got Talberg's headed right out. Callan is now looking to head out. Seems the field wants to get out there a little bit quicker this time, but a few guys still holding off in the pits. Bradley Vanian now starting his lap. Lukáš Demolin is now out there looking to probably qualify a little better than he did last time, eh, Danny?
He's going to have a lot of confidence, Keith, and so I'm going for pole position here. Forget about it. But, I mean, the big story to THR, guys, obviously, Keith, these guys are really fuming about what happened in race 1. They've got to sort themselves out, realize they have race 2 to fight for, get their head back on straight, and then go out there and just hit their marks.
That's exactly what it is, Danny. I mean, you gotta shrug yourself off, move on forward, because winning is just a state of mind, isn't it, Danny?
Yes, it is.
But Lukáš, I'm following Lukáš because he, making up 20 positions in a race, he obviously had a little bit of a problem.
And Talberg, after Lukáš finishes his lap, Talberg's coming up very shortly here. I think it's just through the second sector though, so there's a little time.
Yeah, I'll catch to him. So who do we got? Let's see who we got on track. That's going to be putting in a solid lap here. Lauritsen's headed out again. Who does have, he has the ability to set a quick pace. Miravolt to provisional with the 108.1.
Talberg's just about to come around the final corner here.
Talberg, okay, well, he's got the pace, of course. But we've got Talberg now looking to set the provisional pole, taking it away from Miravolt. What's it going to be? We need to see a low 107. What's it going to be? 107.
Wow! Right
it
there.
It doesn't get any lower than a 107 than that.
Yeah, right there on 107. That's the fastest time we've seen through quali. So
it is.
It's going to be interesting to see if somebody can beat that now.
It is. It's going to be very. I mean, that's all. No one went quicker than that last quali. So Ryan Callan is though.
Oh, here comes Ryan. He's got to get it right here, Keith. The championship's on the line for Ryan.
This is it, man. You got to man up here. We need to see it. You got to get a good run through Sector 2. We need to see him put it into the 106. Is the first time he will have done that because once Ryan's leading, man, he does not give up that spot.
Well, unless his tires go off. So,
unless it's the end of the race and coming up to the start-finish line.
He's got no chance to win this.
The curb.
Ryan!
How did you lose a second? I don't...
I was just about to say, if he does not start on pole position, he's got no chance to win this race. Now he's going to be buried in the field, and this could be his championship, Keith.
Well, he's always got the team championship, I guess you can look at it like that. 108.9 for Callan.
The only guy he's beaten so far is Rui F. Martins out to 8 qualifiers. So, my goodness, that's a catastrophic failure by Ryan Callan there.
It's not where he needs to be. Okay, who else do we have on track, Danny, that I can get on board with?
Okay,
Mueller's out.
Yeah, Mueller, he was looking really good in race 1 there. There's Mike Bell, James Johnson, they're out there. Toby, like I said, most of the THR contingent still in the pits. Alexander Lauritsen has decided to take his lap. We're following with Jay Adji, though. Jay Adji. He finished, 10th last race?
It was a 10th last race, yeah, and he's actually was only 2/10 off of Talberg, so it's fairly good for Adji right now. He's 9/10 back, so that could put him provisionally into 3rd place, right around Gary Lennon, who would be the next car ahead of him to catch up to. So Adji looking to slot in. Alexander Lauritsen now, there's a little cog in the wheel, into 3rd place with a 108.3, so he's going to be mixing things up a little bit.
Though. So you called it, Keith. He slots right in behind Gary Lennon with a 108.1. So very good time by Jay Adji there.
So, and who else do we have on track now?
James Johnson finally shows a bit of form.
James Johnson shows up with a 108.0.
Wow, so finally James Johnson, we see something from him there.
Oh, and there's Chris Butcher sliding his car around, doing a little dance. But you know there's going to be some angry driving going on in that yellow THR car. These guys have a championship to fight for, and you got to wonder if the anger is going to get the best of them here. These guys, they got to calm down for this one here. They got to keep cooler heads prevail. That's the way it works. And Callan is slipping further and further down. He's back to 10th already.
This is terrible. This is terrible, Keith.
This reminds me of myself, to be honest. And Mueller is actually...
Oh, here comes
Robert Mueller, if he can get a good run through here, this seems to be where everyone's losing it. And it's not even that big of a section of the track as the cars move out of the way. Strauss, and it looks like Toby Davis, as Mueller is going to wind his way through.
Can he get the second sector, though?
Oh, he's sideways. Oh, Strauss is sideways in the background, and Mueller is in 60. He's lost 4/10. Okay, but
that's pretty good. That's pretty good, though.
That's not bad. That'll put him in a provisional 2nd place.
Remember, he got 6th last race, so if Robert can get up here and get inside I think he's on for 2nd right now, Keith.
And
he's about to go across the line now.
He's going to take a 2nd place on 107.6. So very good time by him. So let's see who else we have that is on track that we can catch. I know we got Florian out there, Levesque. The man that is proving very hard to beat in this championship is out on track. We'll follow him in a moment. Strauss is on his lap now. Oh, so is Butcher though. Let's see where Butcher is. Butcher is a little further up. Where is he? He is now coming across for sector 2 split.
We'll see what again, it just goes to show you've got to get your head back into it. And he's got to be fuming right now.
Well, I can tell you Butcher's going to be down the field, but Strauss has gone purple in Sector 1. But it seems that everyone is quick in Sector 1.
This is Sector 2. This all comes down to Sector 2, Keith. If these guys can hit he's wide. He's well wide.
You know what? For such a very low horsepower, simple car, it looks so easy that it would be to drive. But then you watch and you got guys like Strauss, who's the V8 champion, out there struggling to make this work. So Levesque has gone purple.
I expect him to smash full time, actually.
Let's see where he slots in. So, okay, Strauss to 2nd. Let's get back on board with Levesque.
We could see a 106 here, finally, through qualifying.
Let's see, is this going to be a 106? Let's see, look at how clean he is through Sector 2. He got the car a little sideways, used the curb, right out, using all the track. Look at this, bro!
Down here.
This is money shot right here. This is it. He is showing that he's got these cars under wraps. This kid is showing that he can drive these cars to the absolute limit and edge on a regular basis, not kill his tires, and run from start to finish.
Right in the second.
Hey,
okay, he's still got Jasper Tallberg in front of him. He does have Florian Strauss right in behind him. That's going to be the big problem, though. But with his THR contingent and Jasper Tallberg and Toby Davis right up there, Toby Davis slots in the 5th, by the way, right behind Robert Wiesenmuller. I think Levaik is going to be okay here, Keith.
I think so too. I mean, he's shown his pace in the race. We've got Tom Ely now, who had a great time last go around. Tony Matthews 4/10 off, which is respectable for sure, definitely, especially with guys like Levaik and Tallberg up front. Levaik, a young aspiring champion here in Touring Pro Series, and Jesper Tallberg, the most decorated driver in Touring Pro Series, hands down. Oh, and he just
yeah, no, it's very interesting, though. Chris Butcher slots right in front of Ryan Collin. They're 16th and 17th, so that could be something to watch for.
Do you think there's some ulterior motives there? Maybe
I was thinking about that, because that's just a little odd. That's a little odd indeed.
You're thinking conspiracy theories like I am, like he threw it out so he could be close and, payback time.
I'm telling you, because you got to wonder. These guys are usually perennial top 5 guys. Now they're 17th and 18th. It's a little strange there, Keith.
Yeah, listen, man, we should call Jesse Ventura and talk to him about the conspiracy theories. Tom Ely headed out for his hot lap. Will he have anything for his teammates? Well, semi-teammates, Jesper Tallberg and William Levaik. He's now driving for THR Nocturne in the V8 Supercar Championship. For 2012. Tom Ely is a big friend of TPS, does a lot of work for us with graphics and whatnot. And
looks pretty good.
Look at this, 2/10
way down. I'm about to say, he went really clean through that chicane there, and now it's all about this sector 2. If he can just mow it through here, he's got pole.
Let's see what he's got going in. This seems to be where everyone's having trouble. I'm going to try a different camera angle, because everyone seems to struggle through here. Can he do it nice and tight? You right up to the tires.
That looks good.
That's so clean. Using all the curve.
Just the right amount of curve.
Right to the outside. Oh, that is beautiful. But look at
he lost it. Almost 3/10 there. To the second sector alone.
Wow.
How do Tallberg and Levaik have their cars set up here? This is ridiculous.
These guys got it figured out, but actually Tom could actually slot in between the two of them. No, he's third.
No, he takes third.
So Tallberg, Levaik, Ely, Strauss, Wiesenmuller. And I just actually heard that Mirvold and Lordston got DQ'd for driving too many laps. So little bug. I guess there was a little bug or something of that sort. But we're going to be going into warm-up, and
well, that's really good that Tom Ely got to third, because that gives Levaik even more comfort there in the top 3, because now he's racing amongst friends pretty much, and as long as he can keep Florian Strauss from interfering with them, I think William Levaik can almost steal the championship today even.
Definitely, and the team championship is probably the most important one that we're waiting to see about.
Look, that's shocking. We have the top times up here right now, the qualifying results, and no Ryan Collin for the first time all season outside the top 10. When it matters the most, Keith.
Exactly. And you know what? We're just going to take a quick break here, because I do know the Clio Euro Series video did not play properly at the start of the event. We're just going to catch our voices for a second, and then we'll run through the field. So just hold tight. And we're back. Actually, we're going to get one more quick plug-in. We've got the ATCC season finale coming up this Friday. We'll just quickly throw the video up for that, and we're just going to regroup, and we'll catch you as we head to the end of warm-up. And we are back, and Danny's going to do a quick run through the grid with you as to where we ended up with quali. So go on, Danny.
Yeah, just really going through the field quickly here. We have Jasper Tolberg taking pole position. Behind him, William Levike, Tom Ely on third. Florian Strauss gets up to fourth. Robert Wiesem rounds out a really good day and gets fifth. Toby Davis slots into sixth. I mean, good to see him recover after his off moment there in race one. Gary Lennon slots up to seventh. James Johnson, best qualifying we've seen from him all season, in eighth. Thomas Matazowski in ninth. Old Marius Miravold is in 10th. Jay Adji down in 11th. Eric Tveit continues his good form this afternoon, taking 12th. Scott Sovic down in 13th. Alexander Lauritsen gets his act together, gets up to 14th. Tomas Demelin taking 15th. I believe that is Bradley Vanian down in 16th. Andy Bernard down 17th. 18th there's Rob Musgrove. Down in 19th is Lukasz Demelin. I expect a little better from him at his stellar race one. Chris Butcher gets into 20th with Ryan Collin down there, 21st overall, the shocker from qualifying. 22nd, I believe somebody dropped from the server real quick, so not so sure who that is. Down in 23rd, it's Dave Simmons. Tony Matthews down 24th. Mike Bell, unfortunately, again, he messes up through quali and gets 25th. Behind him is Jonathan Assercliff, or Osercliff, I should say. And then behind Jonathan is Rui F. Martins. David Carter takes 28th. Lee Palmer down to 29th. And I believe that rounds up our order here.
It does. That's going to be the field.
Yeah, maybe Christian Strews is up there in 22nd because I don't remember saying his name.
Yeah, I believe he disconnected, so we'll see how he makes his way out back through. So
yeah, and real quick about Ryan, I mean, this guy, he is, I think, hands down the best guy from the start of these races we've seen this season. But to start 21st, that's a tall order to get really any type of position from there. His whole goal has got to be to just make sure he's got a chance going into the final round next in 2 weeks instead of trying to extend his championship lead, because that's pretty much out the window at this point.
Definitely, and we're just concluding with the warm-up, and I mean, Danny, this is the way this has been going. It's pretty much the Levesque show. I mean, without his misfortune at Thruxton.
This would have been in the bag by now if he didn't get the DNF.
He could be headed on vacation right now to take a little vacation before the V8 championship. Take some weeks off. We're now headed to the start of the second race here in the fifth round at Calder Park, as we're going to be on board with William Levesque. Tolberg taking that pole position away from his teammate.
Love that livery by Tolberg, by the way.
The Marlboro man.
Very nice stuff by him. The Iceman's always looking good,
Well, they're lining up, and as you can see, let's see if I got a better shot here. I think I got, what do I got?
You see how the grid kind of lines up pretty funky there from 8th on back, so I don't know what that's about.
As they headed off, here we are on the bound board with Jesper Tolberg as the lights are going to go out, and away they go. And look, Levesque has got a good jumper on the outside.
Here goes
looking
Ely.
to get through the middle. Ely trying to go down the middle of his two teammates, Tolberg and Levesque. Ely looking to make some ground up from third. And you got Florian Strauss in the background, Toby Davis, Robert Wiesemuller, as they all they wind down into turn one.
Just going to drive around outside.
Levesque is going around the outside, and he has got it. He's cleared through, and now you've got Ely up to
Strauss
second.
and Tolberg
Strauss has gone by Jesper Tolberg. As there's a few cars off in the background. Wiesemuller to the front. Oh no! What is happening here? Oh, we're getting a bit of lag because there's so many cars. But what? Oh, I missed what happened there. But we're gonna have to catch that in a replay.
That was probably the worst incident since round one at Poznan, Keith.
Wow. I mean, the problem was there were so many cars in such a small area that we got a bit of lag. Oh, Strauss is off wide. So is Toby Davis. Look at them wide through. Look at Callan is coming up through the field.
Oh, guys, clean it up, guys.
There's Gary Lennon. And Gary Lennon is right there, and he's getting muscled around. Eric Tveit, Toby Davis. Strauss is trying to go up the middle. Strauss, sorry.
That's Ryan Collin. Ryan up to six.
Callan is
Toby Davis. Callan
is on the bumper of Toby Davis. He came from, where was it, 18th?
21st. If Ryan somehow gets into a good points-paying position, this is going to be a TPS historical moment. I can say that right now.
But look who's ahead of him. Look who's on the outside. Chris Butcher around the outside of the wall.
Wait in there.
Oh, Toby Davis. And Callen goes through. Callen is through them all. He passes 3 into turn 1. And then Butcher is off. He's sideways. And he's hit once. Oh, no. This is huge for the team championship.
Is up to 4th in 2 laps at the start of 21st.
For the team championship.
Best start we've ever seen in TPS history. I'm saying it right now.
He made up 15 positions in the first lap on a 1-minute lap here. And now Chris Butcher has dropped back. Toby Davis. Oh, he goes in deep. He almost gets into the back of Callen.
And Tavite's right up there. Somehow Tavite took the 6th. I think Tavite started on 12th or 11th, though.
Oh, where is Strauss there? Let's see. Strauss is...
Well, Strauss. Is that a bit of lag there?
Bit of lag there from Strauss. Callen's up to 3rd. No, Strauss.
No, Callen. Well, what happened? Strauss has fallen through the field. He's 11th now. He's in a battle with Aggie.
It's got to be. He must have had a freeze up or some type of lag. What happened to Strauss? Oh man. Oh no. Sorry. No. Sorry. Wiesenmuller got into the back of Strauss and sent him off, I believe. No, that was Talberg. No. So what? We're not sure what happened to Strauss.
He's back in the pack. Ryan Callen from 21st to 3rd in 2 laps. Unbelievable.
Oh, wow.
I'm at a loss for words about this. I thought the guy was done.
I thought for sure we had Strauss ahead of Callen. Well, I'm not sure what happened.
He was at the 3rd, but I think there was a bit of an off moment by Florian.
I think so too. But you see, all that hard work by Callen is for naught now because the team championship you've got Strauss way behind Butcher.
Well, let me tell you this, Keith. Ryan's got no thought about the team.
Oh, Gary let it down the inside of Butcher. Oh no, just squeezed through. Sorry,
Reese was right in behind those guys, but Ryan's he's not thinking about the team championship. He's thinking, get Levesque. I'm in it to win the overall championship and get my first TPS title here.
Yep, Levesque. Fastest lap again, and it's like clockwork. His laps that he's putting off here. That's the same lap he did at the start of the race of the last race. So I mean, really, does anyone have an answer for this kid? That's what I want. That's the hard part.
Tom Healy's not too far behind Levesque, and he right and follows Levesque's pace through race 1. So maybe if Tom can get something going, he's going to have a look at the championship leader.
Yeah, and Tom, Tom wants a win bad.
Oh yeah. Tom's a winner. This guy, he knows going for P1. That's what this guy's trying to do.
Butcher nearly up on 2 wheels, almost hit those tires there. Yeah, Tom Ely's in a winning state of mind right now. That's what he is.
Yeah, and you're seeing Chris Butcher's coming under a lot of pressure by Gary Lennon. It's got Eric Tavite there in 5th position, right in front of him.
Oh, Eric Tavite looking down the inside of Butcher!
No, that's Gary Lennon there, but
Gary Lennon's right. Not going to happen.
Yeah, that's never going to come off around that chicane, Keith.
No, not there. It's not going to happen in that spot. But Tavite, incredible.
And look at this. Toby Davis is not letting Ryan Callen get away. We know these guys have a bit of bad blood going at the moment, so Toby is not going to let Ryan get away. He realizes he needs to hamper Ryan and allow Levesque to go win this championship here today.
Yes, exactly. And you know that Toby Davis is a fighter. I mean, he led the entire World Touring Masters Championship from start till the last race, and Talbot into the pits.
Talbot, he had a lot of damage though, Keith. But
yeah, he did.
Toby, he was saying that he was feeling under the weather like all week, and we weren't expecting to see him out here today. But like a trooper, he's come out here and he's put on a really good effort here.
Yeah, he has, and Callen. I mean, that's a phenomenal start for him to get up there, and as he said, Tom Ely's not letting Levesque go. But
yeah, I mean, look at this.
Does it not? Okay, watching Tom Ely, who's a very quick driver, very smooth. Watching that, and then you look at Levesque. Levesque makes driving these cars look effortless. Like he just is so in tune with how to drive these cars. That's why I think he's got the edge over these other drivers. He's very, very good at handling them.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of tire smoke or anything like that from Levesque. Just nice, easy on the brakes and easy out the corner.
Oh, look at this! Look at this!
Oh, here comes Toby. Might want to send one up the inside here.
He's going to try around the outside. Callen defending hard, trying to keep as many points as he can just in case. Oh, he's trying around the outside. No, not going to happen. Callen a little wide, parks it on the apex. Nice,
that's good defending.
Nice, very clean, nice defending. But Toby Davis is just waiting it out because he knows we watched Callen's tires fall off. Ooh, Davis a little loose.
And we have seen some guys pull off that outside overtake in turn one. So if you commit to it enough, it's very much possible to do that one. So.
Exactly. No, it's a matter of commitment. And like I've got right now, I've got the battle of Tom Ely on my other screen watching the Levesque thing, and these two guys. Davis is going to be looking to make a move relatively soon because he's not going to want to be dealing with the defensiveness of Callan right now. Because Callan knows what he's doing right now is he needs to keep this position. This is championship saving, if anything. I mean, he's got to hope for some misfortune. And look again, Levesque, faster again. This is like clockwork from the last race.
Yeah, and I mean, you made a point about the championship, but it's all in this race because Toby, he's a little hot from last round. Obviously, thinking his driver was taken out, so he's going to be very aggressive with Ryan.
Trying to do it down the inside. Oh no! No! What is that?
Same damage there, Keith. That is going to be a question.
Toby Davis down the inside. I got to see this one more time. I need to see if I don't know which camera angle we can watch it from where it's going to really show what's happened here. Let's see. Let's slow it down. As you see, Toby Davis, they're braking. Oh, he had room. He had room
there, Keith. He had the line there.
But it looks like Callan's car gets airborne.
Maybe just the slightest amount of contact, Keith.
Yeah, it was. It was the slightest amount. Let's see here. I got to see. This is championship changing here. Let's see.
These guys are good friends. This is just.
Oh no, that's so unfortunate.
He's into the wall too, Keith.
That's so unfortunate. And I don't know. It's hard to tell from our screen vantage point here, but he's
down to 15th though, Keith. Down to 15th.
He's down to 15th.
The amazing run he was just having it might be off the nut here, Keith. This is almost tragic.
Well, you know what? We got to get back to the racing here. We can talk about it later. Strauss looking down the inside at James Johnson, looking to take over 6th position. It's looking like he's got it done. Down the inside, Strauss takes it. Johnson 7th now. Johnson having an incredible run for Roaring Pipes Maniacs Racing. And
this is the first time we're really seeing Johnson be competitive in these Clios, so it's very good to see. Maybe he's really starting to tune up for V8s coming up in less than a few weeks here.
Yeah, exactly. And the V8s, with them coming up, I mean, a lot of these drivers are trying to get their form together for this upcoming championship in the V8s. It's going to be absolutely incredible. And the chat room, everyone seems to be talking about the incident with Toby and Ryan. But, I mean, from my personal perspective, looking at this, honestly, it was just a weird hit under braking. That's really all it was. There was no intention. There was no, aggressive driving. He had room. He was down the inside. His car there was just a weird contact as he came up the inside of him. That's all.
That was what I like to call a professional accident. There was nothing crazy in that. It was just maybe the slightest amount of contact got Ryan's car a little unsettled under braking, and then unfortunately hit the wall.
Exactly. Well, and I mean, what happened was when his car got up in the air, he as he was landing, he had locked up the brakes, and that locked him up, sent him to the left side of the track, and obviously it just it's race ending and season ending really. I mean,
at this point, Keith, I don't think he's gonna be able to make up a gap as good. Levesque's about to go. I think he's gonna go have a 4-race winning streak heading into the final round. I just don't see Ryan being able to overcome that at this point.
No, it's especially he's got to try and salvage some points. But I mean, actually, at this point now, if Butcher can make up some spots, which he looks like he's going to be able to, there's a chance he could lose 2nd place here. Potentially.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, Chris is down in 9th, and Ryan is in 16th, slotted in behind Christian Struz. So at this point, Chris can really make a lot of points up on Ryan.
Yeah, and actually, I'm following along with Eric Tveit, who is followed by Gary Lennon, who are actually teammates in this. Eric Tveit having an incredible run here, making up 7 spots from his qualifying position.
Wow, up to 4th, yeah.
Very good. This is an incredible run, and we've talked about him. He's a young talent. We've seen him run in World Touring Masters, do very well there. We've seen him run in obviously the Clio's doing well, but very young, a lot of progressing to do, and one to watch for the future in Touring Pro Series for sure.
And just a quick update on Ryan. He's now up to 13th, so he's starting to make some ground. He's now in behind Alexander Lauritsen, but remember, Alexander Lauritsen is a THR Blue driver.
Oh, no!
So, that's just a bit of lag there.
I'm just I'm just confused here. Okay, sorry. I think I was on replay there for a moment, but yeah, Tvite's still fourth, Lennon in fifth, Strauss in sixth, Johnson seventh, Adji eighth, which is a great run for him. But now you got Butcher hounding the back of him, and realistically, I think this is going to be a passed on position because Butcher's going to get a good run, good draft down into turn one, draft right to the last second, move over and come across, and he's going to be looking down the inside. All he's got to do is outbreak him. Chris Butcher down to the inside, and that is
he's got it.
That was a pre-booked flight right there.
Yeah, now he's got James Johnson, the other RPM driver, in front of him. So, I mean, James Johnson and Jay Adji aren't as fast as Robert Wiesemüller as we've seen. So, I think Chris is going to be able to get both of these guys.
Yeah, and back a little bit, Lukáš Demelin, who's let's see how many spots he's made up this race because he tends to like doing this.
Yeah.
Lukáš Demelin's made up 7 spots. Lauritsen's made up 18 because he was disqualified from his qualification for running too many laps. And Miravold also making up 16 spots because he had the same problem as well. And down the inside, back there, Robert Wiesemüller goes by Rob Musgrove after having a very poor start through turn 1 where he got into the back of Jesper Talberg. So Talberg ended up having to pit. Wiesemüller's carried on. And Wiesemüller trying to make up some spots here.
Yeah, Wiesemüller, he went down the order a little bit, but now he's already up to 11th. And I'm sure you can see it in your background a little bit, but there was Ryan Callen and Alexander Lauritsen are slotted in there.
Yeah, Ryan Callen and Lauritsen are at battle, and I don't know if Lauritsen will give him a lot of resistance, but he is part of the THR team, and they are all in the same chat channel, so...
Yeah, if Toby has anything to do with this or Chris, they're on the radio right now telling
Alexander.
Get in his way! Exactly. Hold him up a little bit. Don't do anything crazy, but at least stop up a little bit, yeah.
I don't know, man. The THR guys got some crazy tactics.
Look at this. He's not letting Ryan go through, that's for sure.
Well, they are racing for position. You see, he can't fault that.
Alexander's got every right to go for it here.
Callen's in the slipstream as they head into penultimate corners here. Not going to do it. Oh yeah, he did. He gave him some room.
He gave that up pretty easy.
Fair enough.
Looks like you're
fair
right.
Enough. Yeah, no, that was very sportsmanly of Alexander to allow Callen through. I mean, it wasn't allowing him through, but he had the inside and he just eased off. So, but just ahead of him now, Callen is looking at a 3-car train just ahead that he could potentially take advantage of and maybe make up some points and salvage something here. Look at how far ahead Chris Butcher is of him, and James Johnson is further ahead as well. And look, Tvite has dropped down.
Florian Strauss got him.
Strauss and Lennon have got by him.
Yeah, Lennon up to 4th, so Lennon continues his good form here.
And he is chasing down Toby Davis. The gap is closing. Gary Lennon is closing in on Toby Davis here. And
he's not as good with his tires as his teammate Levaik. But look at it. Speaking of Levaik, Tom Edie has not allowed him to get away. And we've seen this season. This is very hard to do, to hold on to the back of Levaik the further it goes on in the race. We're on lap 13, Keith. So
yeah, it's halfway. It's a halfway point. So the big thing is can Ely keep the pace up? Because I'm looking at his times. He's pretty well matched him lap for lap. With his pace, and I think it's because he's so close. And Levaik has actually slowed down a little bit. He did a 108 2 laps ago and a 107.8 the last lap. So Ely is actually, I think Levaik has made a couple of small errors, or he might have overcooked his tires in this race, which is it's not like him.
I don't think he did something as far as overcook his tires, but I do think Tom's just a fast guy. But what's going to happen? I don't think Ely's going to give him any trouble, to be honest with you, Keith. I think
Here's the bite. He's all over the back of Strauss now.
You're trying to come back on the TPS racing driver.
This is the young gun here trying to take advantage of a veteran here in Touring Pro Series, a V8 champion. He's in the slipstream. He's looking late. Not going to happen. Florian Strauss defends very cleanly. Tvite right on the back of him, gives him a little nudge, sends him wide. Oh, Strauss comes back across. A very nice recovery. And now Strauss is actually up onto the back of Lennon. He's going to be in the slipstream for a run down the start-finish line straightaway. But actually, if you look at this is 2 teammates with TPS in the middle. Almost like a sandwich.
Yeah, because you got Tvite and Gary Lennon driving for Ice Cold Racing, and they're going to be working together to beat Strauss here.
Oh, look at Strauss. Has got to run. He's going to hold the inside. He's going to try it on the outside. You got Strauss trying around the outside of Gary Lennon, the old stalwart. No, Is he going to do it? Strauss is clear. Sideways. Oh, he does it with fashion.
Wow.
What a move.
Floyd seems to have that down, that outside overtake through corner one there. I mean, it's unbelievable the commitment he puts through there.
He drift past it around. He did a drift pass.
That is unbelievable. That's
great
unbelievable.
driving. He's showing why he's a champion. But that's a tough thing to do, man. Get it locked up, send it around the outside, and keep it clean too. But Gary giving him a nice room. Beautiful pass. But look at this. Are they closing in on Toby Davis? I think they are.
Yeah, Toby might be having a little tire wear issues there.
Yeah, it's 2.1 seconds, the gap, or 2 seconds now between Davis and Strauss. So I think we could see him close in. I think we could. But a little further back. Oh, James Johnson getting squirrely. Now his teammate Jay Adgie's closing in. Actually, got the 3 RPM cars. Johnson, Adgie, Wiesenmuller, all together here.
It's funny because Robert Wiesenmuller is kind of like the RPM mogul guy. He goes out and recruits a ton of drivers. So if he catches these guys, I won't be too surprised if they say, "Okay, boss, you got the spot."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, boss. Yeah, go ahead. Oh, who's this in the background? Oh, you got Lukasz Demelin. Oh no, look.
And Ryan Callen going at it. Yeah.
Oh, Lukasz is looking down the inside of Callen. Lukasz taking the spot away from Ryan Callen through turn 1. He's not taking any prisoners. He's not caring. He's taking that spot.
I think what happened was Ryan got around Rob Musgrove, and now he's been in a battle with Lukasz for the past few laps or something.
Oh, look at that! Lukasz is not. He's not. He's saying, "Listen,
he's not
Ryan,
up here.
I don't care. I don't care if you're a TPS7. I'm still fighting you." Oh, look at that! Through the little S's there. Callen is
Ryan cut the track.
Yeah, no, he didn't. No, he went up over the curb because Lukasz. Oh no! Musgrove into the back of Demelin. Oh no! You got to exercise more caution. I got to get back to where is it? Lukasz. Oh man!
It looks like Rob Musgrove just missed it on the brakes there.
Oh, I think that's it for Lukasz. I think he parked it. Oh, that is so unfortunate. They had such a good run going.
Yeah, Lukasz, he got, 11th, or inside the top, or just missed the top 10 last race, and then he was once again at it for another top 10, so unfortunate what that one is.
Well, look at this. This is what happened here. You got them coming down here, and he looks to the inside, backs off, and he just gets into the back of him.
Oh, wow. Rob just lost it.
Rob Musgrove. He
lost his braking point there. I'm pretty sure that's just what happened.
Yeah, I think so, and it's unfortunate because Lukasz had a very good run going, and he was looking forward to some racing, I bet, with Callen to the end of this race here. But
oh yeah.
The gap is still the same, 2 seconds. Oh, it's Tavaiko's way wide through that S.
And he's gotten around his teammate Gary Lennon there.
Yeah, no, he's now up to 5th position. These two are battling pretty good, but they might want to say, look, let's stop battling. Let's see if we can catch Florian up here.
A bit. But Chris Butcher and obviously Levaik is winning the race, but Chris Butcher is now in 7th. That pretty much is going to lock up the team's championship. And Ryan Callen, he's down 11th. So that's a good recovery from him, but I don't think it's going to do it. It's just not going to do it.
Gary Lennon around the outside into turn 1 on his teammate. No, is he going to do it? I don't think he's going to do it.
I think he's got it. He's about to go into the chicane.
Oh,
no, inside his shoes, he's going to take it here.
Oh no, it was Gary Leonard on the outside.
Gary Leonard.
Oh, wait a second. Oh, it looked like Strauss was up on 2 wheels there for a second. Look at this pass. Look at this pass by Gary Leonard. Look at this, classic, right around the outside, keeps it nice and clean.
Yeah, just like Floyd did a few laps back.
And look at this, and he held it around the outside going into turn 2.
Oh, that's really well done.
Beautiful move, absolutely beautiful. But now
that's taking all his sim racing experience and just putting it together there and beating the young guy.
And Gary Lennon Gary Lennon was sim racing before there were computers.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. Think about that one.
Oh yeah, he goes way back. I mean, way before Tavaik was probably even born.
He was around when the wheel was invented.
He made the first force feedback wheel or something.
Yeah.
He was showing that. You just missed it there, but Gary was pushing his teammate Tavaik well outside the track limits.
Oh,
squeezing the young man out of it.
Showing him, hey man, look, this is my spot. Get out. Listen here, I'm the team boss.
Yeah. And you're right, Toby Davis is getting pulled in by these guys.
He is. He's definitely showing some wear and tear here. But what happened here is Ely's closed a slight bit, gained 2/10 through as they're passing through traffic here.
A lot of lap traffic I'm monitoring these guys go through.
And you know that Tom is going to push as hard as he possibly can to get back up there, to make a move on it. But the problem is I know he wants to win, but I don't think he'll do anything to win.
No, he won't give. He won't give. Even if he caught Levick up here, he wouldn't do anything. I'm pretty sure.
I don't think it's going to be. It's not going to be one of those desperation moves where I gotta win, I need to do it.
Yeah, like you said, these guys are on the same TeamSpeak channel. They're talking to one another.
Exactly.
And Tom's just not going to do that. These guys will sit there and turn on him.
Exactly.
And we talked about this a few laps ago, but here Robert is closing in on his RPM teammates, and so I have to admit they're going to let. I'm suspecting they're going to let Robert go through here at one point or another.
Well, Robert is now closing in hard on his teammate Jay Adji, who is then closing in on James Johnson. So Robert Wiesenmuller having a good run back. Obviously, he showed the pace here. In qualifying and even in race 1. Oh, he looks down the inside. Jay Adji gets a little bit loose, locks up the brakes. They head into turn 2. Look at this RPM in a train, all line of stern.
It's interesting seeing all the cars with the same livery like that. It looks pretty
I know
cool,
it is. Yeah, it's hard to tell. It's an RPM car heads by an RPM car.
Yeah, it looks like Jay Adji's not going to let the team boss through here.
No, he is not. Robert, he's looking down the inside.
You better watch yourself, because Robert will get rid of him for this.
Robert's looking down the inside. Not going to do it. Jay Adji holds him tight. And they're coming up on some lap traffic now. Johnson looks like to be holding up Adji a little bit, but Wiesenmuller is being held up. Oh,
look at the flash of the lights! I told you!
Get out of my way!
I love it, young fella. Okay, that was enough of that. Okay, now let me through.
I love that we caught that because we were already talking about it.
Oh, he thought he was very sneaky with that one, but yes, we did catch it.
We did catch that, Mr. Wiesenmuller. So now Adji's giving him a push up to his teammate, but we'll catch this off in a little bit. Oh, is he going by?
No. Yeah, we're getting a little comment that Robert is faster than you.
Yeah, Robert is faster than you. So here, actually, let's head back up because I noticed something. The gap is now only 0.8 of a second from Toby Davis to Florian Strauss. So now, if you look back, Toby Davis is seeing that menacing-looking skin of the Touring Pro Series Racing. As this is for a top 3 position, Florian Strauss is going to want to take this and really make a statement because there is some big rivalries headed into the V8 Championship as well. THR has put together an all-star team. 360 Racing is going to want to definitely take their team championship again. And, some of these other super teams that have come up and as they come by lap car there. But now you've got Strauss in the draft.
And TPS Racing, I mean, no disrespect to those guys, but going over to VV8, I don't think they're going to be able to challenge THR at least not as much as they have here in Clio Euro Series. So.
Well, the TPS Racing, it's going to be 360 Racing for Florian Strauss and Tobias Schlemo again, like it was last season.
Well, right. I'm just talking about the TPS Racing brand.
Oh, yes, okay. So here, look at this. Oh, look, Strauss
is
all over the back.
Toby, yeah.
So now Toby Davis is feeling it. Oh, look, he gets up over the curb. Strauss is going to try around the outside. I don't think he's going to do it yet, but he's going to set him up. Trying now through the fast right. Oh,
contact! No, you can't do that.
No.
Remember, Toby is also
there.
He's already very annoyed with TPS Racing, so you don't want to go there with him.
He's already thrown out some allegations and accusations that he took out Chris Butcher. So I mean, obviously we can't really say one way or the other, but that was a little naughty there.
Yeah, and I love the ice cold racing. These guys are just fighting, having the battle of their lives back there.
They're just keeping it ice cold back there, Dave.
Oh yeah,
ice cold.
Those guys.
They're feeling it, nice and frosty. Ely has lost the back of Levesque, and I don't think he's going to get his win.
Robert Wiesenmuller has taken charge of that RPM train.
He's done it.
He's done it. They let the boss through. I knew it was going to happen.
Florian Strauss? No, he's not going to do it.
And Ryan Calder is actually behind that RPM train, so it's going to be interesting to see what he does with those guys. Remember, we're on 25 laps here to go, so not that long left.
Yeah, and we're going to probably see another probably 1 or 2 pass attempts from Strauss on Davis because it's inevitable. You got Strauss all over the back of Davis as they come through this fast right-left. This is where there was contact last lap, so he's got a good run. Davis is going to hold tight to the inside, keep it tight and true down the inside. He lost it. I have to look at this because I'm suspicious now of if he moved him to the outside. I am very suspicious.
I guess from that camera angle we couldn't see this. So
well, here now, listen, are we going to catch it?
Oh, that's just good racing by Toby there.
That was all Strauss. Strauss lost it on his own. So I was just suspicious because, we heard some accusations thrown around, but Strauss has got himself back into sixth position, back in behind Tavai. He actually didn't lose all that much time, but now look who's on the back. Gary Lennon is looking down the inside.
He's trying to take a podium here.
No, he's not going to do it. Gary Lennon really wants that podium. Oh, Eric Tavai, he's trying to run the outside again. Florian Strauss around the outside one more time. Tavai's not going to let it happen again. No.
Watch this.
Oh, man, they're contact side by side through turn 2, turn 3, contact sideways, and it still stays the same. Strauss is trying to get by and get any position he can.
I'm wondering if the Demlin boys are going to take a look at that one, because that was a little testy there.
It was a little bit testy, but, it is racing.
And here's Gary. Remember, Gary got a podium at Poznan in round 1, so maybe he's trying to get another one here.
I think you'd be deserving of it, because now we are on the final lap, but I got to go to the winner of the race, I believe. I'm going to just say yes it is, because I'm not a lap early again, am I?
No, wait, okay. I think we were going around one more time here, Keith.
This is it. Okay, so we're on the last lap now. Levesque is going around to finish the last lap here. So, but Gary Lennon has lost the back of Toby Davis for the podium position. So I don't think he's going to be able to pull off another one here. And Davis will be extremely pleased with another podium if he can manage to keep Gary Lennon behind him for the remainder of this short lap here at Cadwell Park.
I'm not so sure if Gary's going to have any place to take a look here. Remember, the best place to overtake is
look at this, Gary Lennon. He's all over the back of him now. He's closed in huge.
He's got to deal with these chicanes, though, Keith. I'm not sure. We haven't really seen that many overtakes around these things.
No, I know, but just gets into the back of him. Gary Lennon just overshoots his braking point with the draft, and I think that's going to seal it. Oh, we missed William Levesque crossing the line. William Levesque taking another well-deserved win. Double win for William Levesque.
That continues the streak of TPS double wins to something like over the past 4, 5, 6 events or something like that.
It has been a very, very good past few months for William Levesque in the Touring Pro Series world as he takes this double win here again, as he did the last round with Tom Ely close in behind him, only 1.8 seconds. I think that's the smallest gap that Levesque has had when he's won a race.
It is.
So Tom Ely could be proud of that.
Maybe besides round 1 at Poznan, I think it was a little closer than that.
Exactly, and we're going to have to get some words with these guys and find out how everyone's feeling.
Yeah, I want to get Tavai in here. Well done to him finishing 5th. That's an unbelievable result from the young man.
I'll see if I can get. I'd like to speak to Gary Lennon, see how his race went, and possibly get even Eric Tavai.
Yeah, I'm just taking a look through the TeamSpeak channel here, see who we got. I'll jump down and see if I can get some people.
So just hold tight, guys. We're going to, as we finish off here, just please hold tight. We're just going to throw you a quick video. We'll catch the V8 Supercar Championship video one more time. So hold tight. We'll be right back with you. And we are back with the Clio Euro Series. We're just about to wrap up the 5th round here, and we're joined by some of the racers here from today. Firstly, the big winner of the day, obviously, and again, the guy who takes all the hardware home with him, William Levesque. Well done today, first off. You've now gone, well, this is your 7th win out of 10 races. Just tell us, I mean, what's your secret, William?
Well, if you want to call realistic steering settings a trick, then that's it. Other than that, well, not really.
So it's basically just it's all in the hands then, is what you're saying.
Pretty much.
Okay, well, I mean, you're really putting on a good show, William. I mean, it's great to watch you out there and really putting on an incredible performance. You've now had 3 double win races this season, which is a very difficult thing to do, especially with the drivers that are here in the Clio Euro Series. Explain to us how race 1 went. I mean, obviously there's not much to explain, but I mean, what were you thinking about as you headed off for race 1?
Well, it was all about having a clean first lap, trying not to brake too late and go wide and get overtaken and all that crap. And basically, after that, as the field settled down, it was just putting fast laps over and over and over again. And since I had, well, pretty teammates behind me, I knew they weren't going to try anything stupid. And in the end, pretty much just got it, and it was pretty easy.
Well, that's I mean, it's, you know, when you can say it was pretty easy, you know, you've been racing long enough to know that if it's an easy win, that you've obviously done your work and you've put it in and gone out there and done what you need to do. Obviously, this gives you a massive points gap in the championship. How comfortable are you feeling going into the final round?
Well, having won 7 races out of 10, I have no reason not to win this championship, really. I mean, yes, trucks in race 2 where I DNF'd, but I mean, right now it doesn't matter really. It's all mine, and you know, if I don't get it, I'm stupid. I don't know.
Well, definitely, and William, we just don't throw away the championship. I know exactly what that feels like, and it's many sleepless nights. So, congratulations.
Wow, thanks for putting the pressure on the kid there, Keith. Good.
Hey, man, listen, yeah, everyone's got to do what they got to do. Congratulations, William, on your success here today. You've done incredibly well this season, and I do look forward to, you know, hopefully crowning you the champion for this season, because you've basically done everything you need to earn it. So look forward to the final round, and Danny has some words for...
Well, I'm just going to talk to Toby here, because obviously, Mr. Davis, you've been the center of a lot of action during the broadcast here. But the first thing I want to get into is, how are you feeling? I know it was a big question mark whether or not you were even going to compete today. So, what happened there?
Yeah, I've had a throat infection for the last few days, and obviously it's affected me, my practice for this round. So. I managed to get in a bit more practice today, and had a lot of practice before I got ill as well. So yeah, I'm feeling fine, and I'm feeling even better after getting a podium in race 2.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely great show in to both races. But in race 1, you almost took podium. But in race 2, obviously the big moment was when you came together with Ryan Calder. So could you talk us through what happened?
Yeah, I've got no idea, to be honest with you, Danny, because he left a car's width on the inside. I told him a dummy. He moved slightly left me a car's width, so I took it. But 1 second I'm fully alongside, and we're both braking next to each other. And then I look in my mirror, and he's spinning off in towards the wall. I mean, my braking was in a straight line, so if there was a bit of lag or the cars came together in a funny way, that's all I can explain it with. But I don't feel at fault about that incident at all. So.
Yeah, even from our perspective, it didn't look like there was much in it at all there. But the final thing I wanted to ask you about was the contact between Florian Strauss and Chris Butcher. I mean, was there any? You think there's foul play involved there?
This is all speculation here. Just to remind everyone.
Yeah. I didn't intend for you to read that one out. Actually, you just sounded a bit lost. So, but anyway, it's there we go.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously, yeah, we'll skip past that one. We'll let the boys to deal with it.
Yeah, absolutely. It was, you know, that was my opinion. filling you in whilst watching the broadcast, and obviously I didn't. I was hoping you wouldn't name my name or whatever. But I suppose it's my fault. My fault for sending you that message. But that is my opinion, my gut feeling on seeing it once on the broadcast. Obviously, we'll review the replays and see what the Demolins do, and they're very capable of dealing with incidents like this, as we've seen. So I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, the Demolin boys have their hands full, but let me just now direct the questions down to Tom Ely. Tom, I mean, you've shown great pace, I mean, since joining up with us, so you finally were able to really string it together and get a couple of podium positions, so how's it feel, man?
Relieved can be the word. I've had some bad results in the past, and I always knew that I was due a good result, so it came all at once, I guess.
Do you feel that, especially in race 2, you seem to really hold on to William there? Was there any thought that you could overtake him?
No.
Fair enough. Well, I mean, Keith, I know you wanted to talk to Chris about his races.
Yeah, I felt bad the last race where I forgot that he was in the booth, and I mean, Chris, you seem to have a bit of a dark cloud that follows you around. You have a bit of misfortune, it seems. You have some good runs, and then it seems like the cloud drops down on you. I mean, do you see getting out from underneath the cloud and kind of taking off and getting good results consistently in the near future?
I wouldn't call it misfortune, unfortunately, Keith. I feel a bit hard done by some of the drivers that I was racing with today, but that's as much as I'm going to say on it.
Okay.
I mean, the championship's over for me now. I'm third place. I can't do any better than that now, really.
Okay. Well, I mean, obviously, again, like we can't catch everything. We didn't see what happened. We just caught your car off at the end of turn 1. So, I mean, obviously we don't know exactly what happened, and it would just be a matter of your words against, what the other driver. But, I mean, as for your team, do you feel good? Obviously, with the team championship, you guys have really made some good progress here, and looking very good to win this team championship headed into the final round.
Absolutely. I mean, we should have extended the gap in the teams championship, I think, and obviously Williams got a massive lead for the Drivers' Championship as well, so barring any massive sort of ridiculous accidents through either people taking us out like I've seen today or just ourselves putting it off the track, then we shouldn't have any problems. Okay,
so we're going to look forward to some nice clean racing in the final round is what I hear from everyone. Danny, you wanted to talk to Eric?
Yeah, I wanted to talk to Mr. Tveit down here. So, Eric, you put on an absolute great show today. In race 2, you really put together, got up there in the top 5. We're even mixing it up for podium at one point. So, how does it feel to get so high up in the grid?
It feels very great, but yeah, I had some off-track moments, and yeah, it went as it went.
Yeah, and you even mixed up with your teammate quite a bit, Gary. I mean, obviously you guys have no problem fighting one another. So, were there any tough moments where you even thought about maybe pulling out of it because it's your teammate?
No.
No. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. And Keith, I know you wanted to talk to Gary here afterward.
Yeah, hey Gary, you had a pretty good run going in the second race, and again, even in the first race, you've always been right there, kind of competing, and you wanted to just find out how you felt your season's gone so far, Gary.
Well, up to, I would say, after round 1, it took a bit of a dip, but tonight was back on track.
Right on. Well, I mean, you're always exciting to watch, and I always comment about how it's always great to race with you. I know I spent a lot of my early years sim racing at Race Department with you. Are you looking forward to moving forward and beyond the Clio series and into other leagues?
Yeah, I suppose I'll be glad when this Clio